Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahushai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahushai, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahushai. First and foremost, want to give praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders who rule well at Great Millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akims in the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This evening, I call the next lesson to feed the elect nation of the nation of Israel, 144,000 and 1/3 men, women, and children. Right? That's browsing through the social media. They know to see what's going on around the world, because the Most High set up the sincere brothers to be watchmen, to let Israel know what is about to happen, and prepare themselves for this destruction coming, right? And I bounced into this one here, right? This was this is in Venezuela, right? Let's see. It's at 21 minutes ago, right? It's a Venezuela, America beaten by mob, several injury as pro-government supporters attack Venezuela opposition lead National Assembly, right? So it dread down in Venezuela right now, and this what happening in Venezuela coming to America and other parts of the world, even in the Caribbean island, when this crisis is gonna come, economical collapse. This coming. This is what you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you gotta get yourself right, because Venezuela is the tribe of Asha. This part of the Northern Kingdom. You gotta get yourself right. Turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, repent. Come out to the ways of the society. Stop following the ordinance of the society. Stop walking in the ordinance of the society. Stop with this idol worshiping and these things. Turn back to the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, because this is coming. This is serious. The scriptures is real. The Most High word is nothing to play with. It's to be circumspect. It's to take heed. Right? And let's read this little piece of this article, and then go to the scriptures. Right? It said this Venezuela National Assembly stormed by Maduro supporter, right? It's a media playback is support on your device. It's a dozen of government supporters have burst into Venezuela opposition controlled National Assembly, injuring several lawmakers and journalists. Witness said the fracas came after an assembly session in mark the country Independence Day. He said intruder brandished sticks and set off firecrackers in the Capitol buildings garden. He said AFP report footage of the scene showed two opposition lawmakers with blood running down their face. Pro-opposition Venezuela website La Patial report that several disputees had been attacked by the mob at the building in the capital, Caracas. It said there were several injured inside the AN National Assembly who were beaten by violence group. It said lawmaker Yajaira de Fuero said three of her colleagues were hurt, including one who was taken away for medical treatment. And look at it, these opposition leaders, these people in high society, they get a medical treatment, and the small man, they can't even get a medical treatment. They show the system gotta go too. Right? The system gotta go. It's the injured are said to include opposition deputy Um, Amir, Amerio D. Garcia. It says some local media report put the put the number of wounded at 8. It said a violent unfold with President Nicolas Maduro was giving a speech at a government planning Independence Day military parade elsewhere in the capital. Before intruders rushed the building, his vice president Tarek El El Sami has made an impromptu appearance in the Congress with the head of armed force Valdi, Val, Valdimirin, yes, Salaki Valdemir Parino, Parino Lopez, and the ministers. It said Mr. El Aissami gave a speech urging the president's supporter to come to the legislature to show support of him. He said a crowd had been rallying outside the building for several hours before breaking into the ground. Right? And he said, right, he said, what is happening in Venezuela? He said the country is in a deep economical crisis, and like I said, this is what coming to America, coming to the islands, and coming to all parts of the world. This crisis, when this economy can collapse, famine, race war, martial law, the chipping of the people, America being destroyed by thermonuclear missile, which is the ICBM missile, and also the charter Yahbashim Yahushai, and Armageddon, which is World War III. These are the things that come into this earth. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian, repent, turn back to Yahweh Yahushai. Repent, come into the ways of the society. Right? He said the country is in a deep economical crisis, made worse by falling. He said made worse by the falling of price of oil, which account for about 95% of its export revenue, and was used for finance some of the government generous social program. Forced to make cuts, Mr. Maduro as seen in support error among core backers. Also, as a result of the crisis, part of Venezuela faced several shortage of basic supplies, such as medicine and food. Yeah, and there's famine. There's also Jacob trouble. Because a lot of people gonna be sick. Imagine them people who was be on like medication. When this economy collapse, how you get the medication? To numb you? Because the medication just numb you. How you get your medication? And no medication, no food, people can die. Some grievous death. That's why you people gotta repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians gotta repent. You gotta stop sinning. First thing you gotta know what is sin. 1 John 3 and 4. For sin is a transgression of the law. Yeah, once you break the law, it's sin. So you gotta know what law you're breaking. That's why you gotta repent and turn back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? It's also as a result of the crisis, part of Venezuela faced several short of basic supply, such as medicine and food. He said opposition accused Mr. Maduro of not only mismanaging the economy but also eroding the country, the democratic institution. He said in March the Supreme Court decided it would take over the National Assembly. The decision was reversed, but Mr. was accused by the opponent of trying to stage a coup that sparked almost daily protests calling for his resignation. Right. It said, meanwhile, Mr. Maduro said the opposition is trying to allegedly overthrow his government and blame the country problem on an economical war being waged against him. Right? It's Venezuela National Assembly has been led by the opposition since election in December 2015 and has become a focal point of crisis of the president. It's an anti-Maduro protesters have staged nationwide street protests against the government over the past 3 months, which had seen violent clashes between demonstrator and security force. At least 90 people have died in bloodshed, with both political factions blaming each other. Just hours before the scene at the National Assembly, Venezuela Attorney General was facing suspension for refusing to appear in court. It is serious crisis in Venezuela. It real serious day because it's 90 people died since, by bloodshed. This can get worse. It can get worse because there is the shortage of food and medical supply. And it's got a saying that it's if you hear from the elders coming up like your grandmother and grandfather, them old people they say, a hungry man is an angry man. So when I'm hungry, is be more angry. Yeah, it's He said the charge filed against Lucia Ortega Diaz come after she challenged President Maduro reform plan. He said the country chief prosecutor said she has been legally prosecuted for denying the president, but the Supreme Court, which is dominated by government Lola listed, say Ms. Ortega has committed serious errors. It's last week the court banned Ms. Ortega from leaving the country and froze all her assets. It said, we already know that today I will be removed from my post, she told the news conference at the Public Prosecution Department on Tuesday. Last week, Ms. Ortega strongly criticized President Maduro after an incident in which a stolen police helicopter flew over Caracas, dropping grenades and firing shots. Wow. Venezuela helicopter attack. Who is the pilot? He said, who is the pilot? Oscar Perez. Hey, this is serious thing going on in Venezuela, boy. And the news not showing this. The so-called media not showing these things. You know what I mean? Yeah. It said the president called it a terrorist attack, but the chief prosecutor said the country was suffering from state terrorism, while Venezuela security force later found the abdominal helicopter near the coast. Opposition political and parliamentary speaker Julio Borges Salaki said there was a possibility that the incident was a hoax, and the saying was like it was a lie. On Tuesday, the fugitive policeman who pilot the helicopter, Oscar Perez, posted a video online saying he was still in Caracas. He urged Venezuelans to stand firm in the street in protest against President Maduro. So it was serious shit going on in Venezuela today. It was seriousness, you know. So I guess scripture there and close off. The second is just this is second Ezra chapter 50 verse 14. He said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein. He said, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and sword in their hands. Yes, so this is what we see right now in Venezuela. We got the opposition going against the president and the supporters. So this is what we seeing. People, you understand? This is what we see going on in Venezuela. Right? He said, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. And this is what we see, invading one another violently. Over 90 people die from bloodshed. And this is what we see, the people going against the police force against people. This is what we seeing. Right? He said, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard a kings nor prince. They're not going to regard the president or the opposition leader. They're not going to regard them. Right? He said, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You understand? This is what we see right now in Venezuela. You know, this crisis is getting worse and worse. I know, like I said, this will come into all these other nations. So you Jakes need to get right with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, none of you Jakes have no cloak for your sin. You have no excuse. You know, this word going out through the internet. This word going out. This is where the Most High stretching out his hands. You know, and literally saying, yo, turn back. And the Most High speaking through his prophets. You know, turn back to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and repent. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, because this society, this economy can collapse. And when we see in Venezuela, we can see it in all the world. It can collapse. And this we can see uproar. People are not got no medicine and no food. And this will come in. You know, and with that, hope was edifying. I want to give our praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and the elders who roll a great millstone, and a blessed sanitation to the Akiams and the folk and the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom.